My name is Dr. Patel, retired professor, Anand Agriculture University, Anand, Gujarat, and guest faculty professor, College of Agriculture, Parul University, Vadodara. So today, the topic of my YouTube is perennial forage sorghum. Advantages of sorghum as fodder compared to other fodder crops. Sorghum has exhaustive root system which include advantage, yes, and extensive fibrous root which can draw nutrient and moisture at a much faster pace from the soil. Sorghum has the ability to provide good dry matter productivity, about 30 to 35%, even in semi-arid tropic region. Being an annual crop, it fits well in the cropping system and can be grazed, cut, pressed, made into hay or ensiled. It quicks growing habit, high forage yield ability, high dry matter content, leafiness, wide adaptability, and drought tolerance really make it an ideal forage crops. So why it is drought? Because it has extensive fibrous root systems, so it resists low water ability in the soil, although we can grow the sorghum crop. It also grown in saline alkaline soil because it is a soil resistant crop. Use of perennial sorghum. Considering this identification of high annual perennial multicut forage sorghum genotypes with high tailoring and good regeneration potential is in great demand among dairy farmers due to high dry matter digestibility. So the dry matter digestibility is also greater in forage sorghum. Perennial sorghum production is preferred at marginal agricultural land to utilize unproductive and poor productive land for fodder production to fulfill our grain fodder demand. Such type of strategies should be adopted on large scale to grow grain fodder for growing livestock population. Adoption of such approaches can help production of additional nutrition on the available limited land. So dairy farmers or those keeping 2 to 3 animals, they can grow the sorghum crop in marginal or poor productive land and feed to their animals for a sorghum. So perennial forage sorghum, there is an urgent need for development of location-specific production technology to offer an excellent opportunity to provide nutritious forage for livestock. The introduction of perennial multicut will also reduce the cost of cultivation. You know that suppose we are growing the annual or seasonal sorghum crop, then every time we have to cultivate the land and seed is required. But if we select the perennial sorghum, then once we planted or sowing, then it remains for 2 to 3 years. So here we can reduce the cost of cultivation and we are getting the continuous green forage or dry fodder for the animals. Cultivation of sorghum. Sorghum cultivation is distributed throughout the world. It is grown in Asia, Africa, Australia, and America. The major crop of African country and in Asia, it is grown in China, India, Korea, Pakistan, Thailand, and Yemen. India is the second largest producer of sorghum, followed by USA, an average sorghum production of 7.5 million metric tons as per the FAO. Sorghum is a crop of semi-arid tropic with multi-purpose uses like food, feed, fodder, and fuel, and has several industrial applications also. Being a climate-smart, drought-tolerant, cold-tolerant, and salinity-tolerant, I told that it resists this salinity crop. It has good response to fertilizer also. So maize crop or corn crop and sorghum crop are well responsive to fertilizer. It is a zero waste plant in the global ecosystem. So sorghum is excellent fodder crop for cows. Then forage sorghum. Sorghum Sudan grass and sorghum Sudan grass hybrids are versatile and have important use as forages. The main type of forage sorghum are Sudan grass variety, Sudan into Sudan grass hybrid, grain sorghum into grain sorghum hybrids, and dual purpose variety. Dual purpose variety means it can be grown for fodder as well as grain purpose. The quick growing nature, high green and dry fodder, leafiness, drought tolerance, and wide adaptability and makes it an ideal fodder. Reported by Aruna and his coworker 2011. Sorghum fodder is in great demand due to its good protein concentration and its high digestibility. Various forage sorghum variety hybrids of single cut, dual purpose, and multi cut types are available in India, which has great demand among the farmers and can be used as silage, hay, green job, and pasture also. Based on crop duration, it is rated as annual and perennial. Based on crop duration, sorghum is of annual and perennial nature. In India, mostly annual sorghum is grown in both Kharif means rainy and Rabi means winter season. But perennial sorghum is also grown in some areas of world including India. So particularly dairy farmers are growing the perennial sorghum to feed their animals. Some multi-cut forage varieties are claimed to have perennial nature. Coimbatore, forage sorghum 29, Coimbatore, FS31, and sweet Sudan grass 59-3. So perennial forage sorghum. So you can see the seed size of the COFS29 and COFS31. So you can see here the multi-cut perennial fodder sorghum. So both variety has been evolved by Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore. So you can see here the fodder sorghum COFS31. Then sorghum variety sweet Sudan grass 59-3. So here you can see the stem is thin and profuse earhead. Here we can get the seed production about 1000 kg per hectare. We have carried out research work on forage sorghum variety sweet Sudan grass 559-3 under multi-cut management in rainy season for higher forage green and quality of forage at main forage station, Anand Agricultural University, Anand, Gujarat, India. So we obtained positive response of phosphorus on sorghum variety SHG 59-3 at 30 days of crop growth. So here you can see that here we are getting the response of the phosphorus P40. Where here the control plot P0 and S0 and the variety sorghum variety SHG 59-3. So we are getting the effect of phosphorus on sorghum variety SHG 59-3 at 30 days crop growth. So on the basis of the previous results during rainy season and summer season, we have made the recommendation for the farming community. So the result indicated that for growing for a sorghum variety SHG 59-3 in monsoon, kharif or rainy season in soil having medium available phosphorus and deficient level of sulfur, farmers are advised to apply 40 kg P, that is 87 kg DAP, diammonium phosphate, and 20 kg sulfur, that is 133 kg gypsum per hectare every year to obtain maximum forage, total return, net increment cost benefit ratio, and better quality crude protein and digestible dry matter production of forage. A common basal dose of 25 kg nitrogen at the time of sowing, 25 kg nitrogen at 30 days after sowing, and 25 kg nitrogen after the first cut, that is 60 days should be applied. 60 days after sowing should be applied. So on the basis of the significant research work, we got Professor J.P. Trivedi Award for carried out significant research work on nutrient management in forage sorghum, response of phosphorus and sulfur to forage sorghum, myself, Dr. P.C. Patel, and Professor A.V. Koteja. The details have been given in next slide. So sorghum variety SHG 59-3. So our recommendation is P40S20. So you can see the growth, excellent growth as compared to the control plot. So comparative study of effect of 40 kg phosphorus and 20 kg sulfur. So we can see here earlier slide we can see that phosphorus is marginal in soil, whereas sulfur is deficient in soil. So Comparative study of effect of 40 kg phosphorus and 20 kg sulfur over control on sorghum variety SJG59-3 at 13 days crop growth. So here 13 days crop growth, when we are applying the balanced nutrition on the basis of the soil test value, then we are getting the better growth as compared to the control. So Professor J.B. Trivedi Award. So Professor J.B. Trivedi Award sponsored by Hariom Ashram, Ayojit for the year 2003. Soil science, nutrient management in forage sorghum, response of phosphorus and sulfur to forage sorghum. So I read this in earlier slides. So in main forest station, Anand Agricultural University, I have served for 25 years, starting from 1982 to 2006, and I have carried out the significant research work. And so far, we have made the 28 recommendations for the farming community on the basis of the soil science and agronomy disciplines. So anti-quality factors, prussic acid, hydrocyanic poisoning. So most sorghum contain varying amount of cyanogenic glucoside. They depend on the variety, growth stage, environment condition. When eaten by stock, cyanogenic glucosides are converted to prussic acid, hydrocyanic acid in the rumen and may cause fatal poisoning of cattle and discourages farmers from using the forage while it is still young and digestible. If sorghum is cut for hay and sun-dried, the SCN, hydrocyanic acid, is rapidly volatilized and can be fed to livestock. So if sorghum is cut and then you can sun-dried, then after sun-drying you can feed to the livestock because due to sun-drying, SCN is volatilized in the sunlight. If conditions are unfavorable, plant can be analyzed at a certified lab. If hydrocyanic acid is greater than the 500 ppm on dry matter basis, then the plant should not be grazed or fed. Our field trial results indicate that application of P40S420 they were remarkably reduced the cyanide content SCN in leaf 11 to 33% and soup 12 to 156% of forage sorghum. So when I was serving at the main forest station in Forage Quality Evaluation Laboratory, then we have also carried out the dry matter digestibility, dry matter content, cool protein content, and also the hydrocyanic or cyanogenic glucoside from the forage sorghum. And on the basis of the hydrocyanic acid content, we have selected the variety for further promotion for the farming community. Then another poison is nitrate. So sorghum can accumulate nitrates during any weather condition that interfere with normal plant growth. How drought is the most common cause? This nitrate is converted to nitrite in the rumen. So nitrate is converted to nitrite in the rumen, which diffuse out into the bloodstream and bind to hemoglobin. This prevents the transport of oxygen, causing the animal to die from oxygen deprivation. Most nitrate accumulate in the stem or lower portion of the plant. If nitrate in the field exceeds 0.35%, it should either be discarded or diluted with safe feed, preferably gray. Unlike hydrocyanic acid, nitrate will not leach out by the sun. However, ensiling the forage can lower the nitrate by approximately 50%. So if we have the problem of the nitrate, then we can dry the sun, then it cannot be leach out. But for that, we have the make the ensiling, but it can reduce approximately 50%. Please do not give excessive dose of nitrogen for a sorghum, but apply only recommended dose of fertilizer or as per soil test value. So the farmer are requested to apply the nitrogen, particularly in forage sorghum, so on the basis of the soil test value, and not apply the acid or the recommended dose. So you apply the as per the recommendation dose of the nitrogen as per the State Agricultural University. So seedability, COFS29 and COFS31, they seed 5 to 6 kg because the seed size is very, very small. So 5 to 6 kg seed is sufficient. But for other variety, it requires 30 kg per hectare or 60 kg per hectare. The seed of this variety is very small and seeds are mixed with fine sand or compost and sown with spacing of 45 centimeter from row to row and 10 centimeter between the seed. The cost of 1 kg seed of COFS29 or COFS31 is rupees 450 to 450 or 501. Both are high-yielding perennial varieties. The seedability at Central Cattle Breeding Farm, Dham Road, Post Dham Road via Pathuram, District Surat, Gujarat 394125. The contact person name Nitin Bhai. The mobile number is 919638417810. Then harvesting. Harvest at 50% flowering for fodder. First cut is taken after 2 months of sowing and subsequent can be taken at the interval of 50 to 60 days. Never harvest earlier, otherwise prussic acid or hydrocyanic problem arise in the animal. For soil fertilization, for forage sorghum cultivation and technical advice on its forage production and forage quality, please contact to me. My name is Dr. P.C. Patel, retired research scientist and professor, College of Agriculture, University of Vadodara. Address is patelpc12@gmail.com. Mobile number +91 990902216. I am reside at Anand, Gujarat, India. So if you have liked my YouTube, then please subscribe to my channel. So my channel link, so it is both links, you can subscribe.